Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Harakah Kwadash. Giving double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutes to all 144,000 elect out there. We are coming back at you with another video. Azar, be edifying. Today we're going to talk about how the spiritual looks after the physical. Land backing off one of the elders over there, Amawanga Bar, was talking about the health thing. He's going in. We're just going to hit a couple of them points in way of reminders. Brought out some nice precepts, Abarazar. Killing multiple birds with one stone. Lord willing. Getting my fix on, my melanin fix and my blood circulation fix. And a lot of other certain fixes too. Gonna do some foraging when I finish this as well. For the good bush tucker. Yeah, man. So yeah, the spiritual looks after the physical, man. That stuck with me when the elder said that. He was talking about he was laying back in of a brother talking about how to take care of the body. And these are just reminders because we know, most of us know already, but this satanic kingdom bombards us. So let me hit a precept, because we're counteracting Satan's tactics. Yeah, and it's the precepts, the scriptures that does that. That counteracts the satanic kingdom that bombards us, you know, with the spiritual warfare. So we're going to start with a precept. Let's go in, straight in. 1 Corinthians 6 and 19 says, "What, know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost?" He says there, right? The Holy Spirit, which is in you, which ye have of Yahweh, and ye are not your own. Yeah, these are questions, like got questions at the end of them. And we reflect on things like these precepts, and we think about how we take care of our body. It's a constant thing, and we can't let our guard down, man. Like I say, brothers, we know already, right? But we need those reminders because Satan don't sleep. Satan, his minions incarnate don't sleep, and they're constantly working, right? How to supplant Jake. Right, the Jeremiah 31. That's one of my favorites. Trying to get rid of all the oracles, and they know they can't do that, but they're still going to keep trying. They're fighters too in wickedness. They're wise in wickedness, but Abarazar, we be wise in righteousness, and the scriptures that counteract all their arrows and missiles that they be flying at us, the spiritual missiles. So that's the temple. We be looking after the temple. It's a temple that we dwell in. The Most High gave us that body, that temple, and it's not ours. It's not of our own. It's of the Most High. Let me read that in the NLT, because I like what the brother said, man. When you get into the laws, you know, which that could be another video too. When you get into the laws, it's all about the spiritual, the ceremonial laws, the sacrificial laws, the hygiene laws. These really benefit us in the spiritual, but the spiritual caters for the physical. Yeah, the spiritual, the high holy day laws, the Sabbath, the Passat, the Passover, the Sabbath. All those things are good for the body. They're all good because if you think about just focusing on one of them, we had the past Sabbath yesterday. It ended yesterday evening, and so that was about rest. It's about rest. Ultimately, it's about rest. We get rest on our bodies, man, and it's good for us, man. For those of us that can have that time out to have rest, we get rest, and that's all good for the mind, the body, the spirit, physically, spiritually. You have time to do things that you maybe couldn't do, right? That's a day you may set apart to rest. You know, like as far as looking after your body, as far as listening to the certain type of more relaxing music. You know what I mean? Having more of a peaceful, myself like to burn my resins and the Palo Santo, those types of things I like to do. Taking time out from this wicked kingdom. So these are all spiritual, but they look after the physical, right? We could talk about the dietary laws as well. That's spiritual, but that looks after the physical. All these things are blessings from the Most High. Let me read this in the NLT. 1 Corinthians 6:9 says, "Don't ye realize that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit who lives in you and was given to you by Yahweh? You do not belong to yourself." Yeah. So these are just reminders. These reminders, and we need these reminders. We appreciate these reminders. And he was giving an example of some of these bodybuilders, because there's those infamous or famous bodybuilders. One of them was it Ronnie Coleman, a well-known famous bodybuilder. And this is when you take it to the extremes. A lot of them end up sick and in hospital, right? Because you can take things too far. Ronnie Coleman is in hospital if he's not already deleted. I don't know. I don't really keep up with all that type of thing. What's another one? Cedric McCullen, something like that. Cedric McCullen. He died of a enlarged heart, right? Because they be doing all these types of things that mess you up, man. All those steroids and all those types of things that mess up the body. He died of a enlarged heart. Cedric McConnell or something like that. His name is. But I think he died around 2000, a couple years ago. So that is not looking after your body, right? All that weight over, excessive bodybuilding, right? But really, the best way to look after your body, we're going to hit some precepts. Let me carry on reading this. 1 Corinthians 6, because we get how to look after our body. This is what the Most High be telling us. He be giving us tips on that. And we get the reminders also from our elders and our apostles, our big brothers, right? For Yahweh brought you with a high price, so you must honor. Yeah, you must honor Yahweh with your body, right, man? It's the way we look after the body. We're not negligent. Sirach talks about all the things to do. This is not one of those videos, but I'm just lambacking off what the elder said, right? Driving these important information home, right? And I'm applying it to myself first and foremost, right? Because yeah, man, when you feel good on the inside, you feel good. It make you feel good on the outside. Going back to the point, the physical, the spiritual takes care of the physical. But if you're negligent with the physical, you have all kinds of spiritual. You can have spiritual issues, like brain fog and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? What's the other one? Negligence is another one. Sluggardness in the body, sluggish in the body, right? When you don't take care of the physical, the spiritual, you become physically ill, right? Sluggard in the body, psychological, brain fog, psychological issues, right? Just to name a few that you get. But when you take care of the spiritual looks after the physical. And that's really what I'm harping on about right now. We're going to hit the precepts to make the point. Romans chapters 12 and says, from the top says in 1, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy. Right. So when you present someone to somebody, it may be a gift. You know what I mean? You might choose a certain. The outward it does matter, the outward of it. For example, if I'm thinking about flowers now. My mind's been talking about flowers recently and herbs and all of that. If you're going to present like a particular herb, like a rose, you're going to pick a rose that is really perked up, vibrant in color, and perky in the way it's shaped. Not the ones that's been overly ripe, or fruit. Same with fruits. An overly ripe mango, an overly ripe kiwi. You pick it when it's ready and it's in its peak condition. A rose, and there's all these different types of roses. The more I be getting into that, but that's like all these different type of roses. You got the red rose, pink rose, peach color rose, white rose. You got the clovers, all the different types of clovers, the Altic clover, the red clover, the white clover. But the point I'm trying to say is that when you present a gift to somebody, you want to pick the right one. Same way how you would appreciate a gift given to you that is nicely wrapped, nicely looking outside and on the inside. So the same with us, how we do our best, because we are being prepared. One of my favorite precepts, Revelations chapter 21, prepared for a bride, the Most High's bride. When he comes, we want to be, fully prepared. All right, let me carry on reading. Physically, spiritually, like I say, the spiritual caters for the physical, and all the others are psychological as well. So I'll read it again. And so, dear brothers, in the NLT, Romans chapters 12, from the top, and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies to Yahweh because of all he has done for you. Let them be a living and holy sacrifice. Right, sacrifice. The king he will find acceptable. This is truly the way to worship him. Right, I read that in the NLT. Now I'm going to read it in the KJV. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reason of service, reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. This is what this truth be doing, right? We've been given this truth, and it has a quickening on our minds, body, psychological, physical. But it's really the spiritual that we're talking about, because if you aim and you look after the spiritual, hence applying the scriptures, that's where the power is. The ceremonial laws, the sacrificial laws, the dietary laws, the hygiene laws, you're going to benefit on all the other levels. The spiritual takes care of the physical. That's going to be the title of this video. So that's what the brother mentioned, the elder mentioned that, and that stuck with me. So we're gonna use that as a teaching moment. The spiritual takes care of the physical. And be not transformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. This is the truth, what he'll be doing to us, right? And we're going to get the full download of all the elements, you know what I'm saying? All the elements how the Most High gave us this earth, and he created it for our sakes. Not to mention all the other universes and galaxies to come, what we're going to experience, all of that. But we're going to take it, we're going to take it one earth at a time. We're going to take it one earth at a time. We're going to start with the earth first. So renewing your mind that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. So this is how we want to present our bodies to Yahweh. Right? Looking after it physically, psychologically, spiritually, first and foremost, but the spiritual looks after the physical. So this is how we gonna start with that, right? I mentioned yesterday about how we to draw close to the Most High, and I was remembering a particular name, Simon Rees, right? He goes on all these exploration journeys and visits other countries. At the moment, he's visiting Scandinavia, and they got a school, and I did mention it. Forest school, and it's real, but it's literally they take their children out in the forest, out in the woods, and I find it very interesting. The school takes children out in the woods in freezing below zero temperatures, freezing temperatures, and make them just get their hands dirty and play with the snow and all of that. And they say, cut a long story short, they say it makes them it helps with their immune system, gives them a very powerful, strong immune system, and they sleep. They have, for those who have, of us brothers, some of us, a lot of us, right, talk about sleeping and can't sleep and all of that. It helps with sleep, right? Getting out there in the open, as even Apostle Gababi is similar. What Elder Apostle Gababi talking about the forest bathing. Right now, I'm right in the midst. Right, there's all kinds of forests around and trees around, and I'm just got an affinity and affection for trees. Trees are a beautiful thing, and there's I could talk about trees all the time. I don't want to talk too much about trees in this video, but the rabbit hole goes deep with trees. They give off oxygen, And that's why the Gadites, they're really into their trees, and they know about all the tree hugging and all of that, which he's talk about tree hugging, because they know that they give off oxygen and they give off energies too. So yeah, Simon Rees was talking about, he visited these people in Denmark, Scandinavia, Finland, all those places in Europe, and they make their children, they make them do forest, go out in the forest. And the parents, when they see their children, when they haven't seen them for a little while, they see them, they don't they haven't got any questions, because their children, they come home well behaved. The parents come and take them from the schools, and the children come home well behaved, and they sleep good at night, and they're well behaved and quiet, because they let off all their energy in the forest. So it has a positive effect on the mind, body and soul, just letting the children go out and rough it up, right? Hence, even us adults, we see the benefits of doing that as well. That's the forest bathing. It's better sleep, better mind, better concentration, clearer, right? Happier too, and good blood circulation. Just being out in the forest. Brothers be giving their own testimonies on that. So the point I'm making is that, yeah, applying the scriptures is what helps with that, right? Making our body a living sacrifice. All that is good for you. So people now in the concrete jungle now, if you go, because really that all that powerlifting and bodybuilding and all of that, you can do it in moderation, or just, I will say, as a matter of fact, let me hit a precept, because it's going to help explain the point. Like Ronnie Coleman, a lot of these other so-called bodybuilders, if they're still alive, a lot of them are sick in hospital, suffering, right? So Proverbs chapters 4 and 23 says, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life, right, man? So that guy, Cedric McMillan, he died of a heart condition, a physical heart condition, which, like I say, he didn't look after it spiritually, but because of all the steroids he was taking and excessive strain on the heart, all of that power body lifting is not good for the bones, not good for the joints. So it had an effect on him. Real strength, right? As we know, is it's the heart, the lahab or the rakah, the mind, same thing. The lahab or the rakah. You ask for strength, you know, as I was saying yesterday, which I got it from Elder Rakah, that kazak, you know, we continue to ask for strength. Kazak, lahab, yeah, kazak, rakah, right? Asking for strength, strengthen the heart, strengthen the mind, same thing, you know what I mean? Shalak, send, rapayam, healing, lahab, shalak, send, rapayam, lahab, rakah. You know what I mean? Send healing to the heart and mind. Baba Kusha, Baba Kusha, Baba Kusha. Please, please, please. Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. In his name, we ask for strength and send healing to us. So that's the heart, man. The lahab or the rakah. Now I'm going to read that. Proverbs 4 and 23 in the NLT. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Yeah. Ronnie Coleman, Cedric McMillan, all these other excessive, extreme, over the top, going over the top, which really that comes from the left hand side anyway. A lot of them are sponsored by left hand side, you know, when you get into it, and they go over the top with it. There's a lot of money in that bodybuilding, and it's all vain anyway. So the Most High, you know, that was a judgment from the Lord. You know, all these guys are either in hospital. Yes, they allowed it for a little while, but they wanted to take shortcuts to looking good and taking steroids, which it doesn't have a good effect. Especially, you know, it's really long term. The long term side effects are not beneficial. But you do look after yourself. How? Applying the scriptures. The power is in application of the scriptures. I mentioned the laws already. So guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Applying the scriptures. Keeping away from things that ain't right for you. And yes, they're throwing the kitchen sink. And to the best of our ability, we apply the laws that we can apply. Right? We look into the things that we're putting into our body. This is not, you know, we're not going to go into all those details, but we got a good idea when we study all the laws, the Leviticus laws, the laws in Exodus, Leviticus. You know, these are reminders. Deuteronomy 2, right? What kind of king that we choose, what kind of people that we be around as well. All that has an effect on us. If we have the power over that, we choose, we exercise that wisdom. So guard your heart, man. So yeah, and even if you apply that in the physical sense, the biggest muscle in the body, you could do your own research, is the heart. That's the one that's responsible for pumping all the blood around the body. And if that goes, all the rest of the muscles are kaput, finito. If that main muscle goes. Hence what we was talking about, Cedric McMillan. His heart went, and then all the rest of the body followed. That's the lahab. He didn't take care of the heart. So it's the heart. You look after the heart. Hence why what I do, brothers be doing what they do. We all do what we do. But the main thing, you focus on the heart. The biggest muscle in the body that pumps the blood, the circulating the body all around the muscles. All the other different types of muscles, the different types of veins, the liver, the kidney, right? All the internal organs. It's the heart that be pushing that around. So safeguard the heart, right? And you don't have to be extreme about it. You know what I mean? If you're taking a transition from being very, very obese, I've got something for you. As a matter of fact, if you're very obese, let me tap something in, and then I'm gonna come back to that scripture. This ain't gonna be a long video, but since I'm getting used to this, trampoline benefits, right? Trampolining, right? Benefits. Offers numerous health benefits, including improved cardiovascular health, enhanced balance, coordination, increased strength. Yeah, cause I got my you know, especially I use my trampoline, and I'm not obese, but it's good for, you know, you don't have to pound the body. The pavement bounding, it takes out the pavement bounding for pavement pounding. If you're jogging on concrete, that alleviates all of that. That takes all that out of it. I jog every now and then, especially when in the winter I'll be exercising on my trampoline, jogging on my trampoline. When in all the other things, stretching's good too. If you're very obese, or if you're fighting back to get back into health, just moderate stretching. And some brothers know what I'm into. You know, the horse stance, the Tai Chi. You know, the Tai Chi is one powerful, underestimated thing. The Tai Chi, just those slow, watery movements. It's all to do with the water. Tai Chi, if you understand about Tai Chi, it's all to do with the water and maneuvering water and riding water, riding the wave, climbing the clouds. You know what I mean? The clouds, and all of that. Your mind's in the you know, it's actually very spiritual. Right? We're talking about the physical side of it, but the spiritual does take care of the physical. The spiritual does take care of the physical. So I'm just saying, for those of us, or those people who may be obese or just not used to it, you got some kind of physical issues, Tai Chi is very underestimated. Tai Chi, you can tap it up, pull it up on Google. You see Tai Chi for beginners, Tai Chi for disabled people, Tai Chi for elderly people. They'll be in the chair, sitting in their chair with all their back issues, doing Tai Chi, and joint issues, doing Tai Chi, and they fight themselves back to health. Tai Chi, don't underestimate it. Pull it up on Google, YouTube, and watch some of those Tai Chi for beginners. For those brothers that I want to, you know, get back into the health, letting themselves down gently. It doesn't always have to be extreme, right? Each to their own. You know, everything ain't for everybody. But if you want health, the Most High he caters for it, right? Improve cardiovascular health, enhance balance and coordination, increase strength and stress relief. Yeah, this kingdom wants to stress you out, man. A lot of people get deleted because of stress, and they, on the outward, they may be healthy, but stress, man, stress is that thing what the Esau be doing in the corporate world. They be putting that on you, and mainly they be putting all the load on Jake. For those of us, you know, we know they be putting all the load on Jake. Once upon a time, 7 days a week I had that stress from Esau. 7 days a week, continuous, no rest from Esau. So, but yeah, we know about all of that. The corporate world, what it be doing to you, right? The body needs to take time off and time away, time out. The scriptures talk about that. He that is good to himself, he that is not good to himself, to whom will he be good? So increased strength, right? This is going back to trampolining, the benefits, right? Coordination, increased strength, yeah, because strength, right? Oh, yeah, another thing it does, trampolining, it strengthens the bones, increases bone density, and bones are important. It's no good having a strong muscles and good muscles and the bones are weak, right? That's counterproductive. So trampolining increases bone density. For those that know that, you could do your own research about that, right? As we spoke about the stress. It's low impact, right? It's a low impact exercise that can burn calories, right? Calories stimulate the lymphatic system, support pelvic floor health. Additionally, trampolining can be a fun and engaging way to get exercise for all ages, right, man? Brothers know that I ain't no spring chicken, but yeah, there's things you can do to keep the body active. And actually, I defy all that. It's all numbers anyway. I defy numbers. I'm born again, and I'm going to live my life. With the blessing of the Most High, I'm going to live my life like I'm born again, right? Doing things, which is a beautiful thing, and I've always asked the Most High, let me have another chance. The Wadi Bashim Shah for giving me another chance, another crack at it. But this time with in righteousness on the right hand side, knowing more with wisdom. Being born again with wisdom, I've always wanted that. Being born again, coming back again, but this time knowing the things that I didn't know, having wisdom. So therefore, have the Most High, that is a blessing to be born again. Don't be underestimating or be knocking being born again. That's the Most High giving you another bite, another chance, another bite at the apple. So forget all of that, I mean, all the numbers and all of that. If you're born again, you're born again. You can live your life like you're born again, right? But with the Most High's blessing, you know what I mean? Right, can be a fun and engaging way to get exercise for all ages, right, man? So cardiovascular strength, endurance, right? I'm gonna hit the subtitles here now. There's a lot on talking about it. It says more details. Look at the benefits: cardiovascular health, strength and endurance, balance and coordination, weight loss, stress relief. And this is not medical advice. I'm just reading Google, what Google have to say. There's a lot more on it. Do your research on it. So we spoke about safeguarding the heart. The biggest muscle in the body is the heart. Look after the heart. That's what pushes all the everything. It pushes everything around the body, right? The everything, the blood. The most important thing, the blood. So safeguard the hearts, right? I think the point is made there. Enough. I don't want to overcrowd it with any more scriptures. I think the point is made. So I got one more. Romans chapters 8 and 11 says, but if the spirit of him that raised up Yahushua from the dead dwell in you, right? Dwell in you, he that raised up a Mashiach from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you, right? Being born again. And being born again means that you have the spirit of Yahushua. He's given us that spirit, right? Which gives you a certain type of mindset, right? You just want to just get up and go and just get your hands and just learn more, willing to be taught, willing to learn. All that is part of being born again, right? Willing to grow, right? Because babies want to grow. They want to just give them the milk. And then before you know it, they're growing. Give them they're on their the food gets harder, mashed potatoes, the milk, mashed potatoes, and then they start to get into the little bit of meat, and then they're growing, and they want to grow. They don't want to stay stagnant. Newborns, they want to grow. So this is what this truth be doing to us. It be helping us to grow, right? The more you feed of the spirit, the more you grow, and it broadens your mind too. You're not going to be stuck in a bubble like these people in the world, right? But this is the video I'm focusing on right now. Is about Elder Apostle Elder Gabar Amawan Gabar, big brother, was talking about take care of the body, and the spiritual takes care of the physical, right? Spirit that dwelleth in you, therefore, brethren, ye are debtors not to the flesh, to life after flesh, right? Debtors not to the flesh, so we're debtors to the spirit, to life after the flesh. Yeah, for if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die, right? We don't live after the flesh. We pursue in the spirit, right? The spirit do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live, right? Right? You mortify the things of the body, getting into the flesh, getting away from the flesh, getting more and more to the best of your ability with the blessing of the Most High. You got to stress that all things are from the Most High. You get tapped in more to the spirit, Abba Ratazar. Right? The spirit mortifies the body, the flesh, because the body is always arguing. It's arguing and trying to get you back to the left, to the flesh. What are you doing over there? He's saying the flesh. When you're going over to the spirit, he's saying, get back over here. Who do you think you are? Get back over here. Get back over here. That's that fight that's been going on. And you want to go over there. Get back. Right now, I'm going to do my hilangoli, what I do. And the body in the back of my head is saying, no, just rest. Nah. Shut. I go, yeah, I rebuke Satan. I just rebuked the flesh, trying to get me to not do my hilangoli the way what I'm going to be doing. I'll be doing my little thumb, right? So yeah, like I say, I mentioned some of the things that I'll be doing, right? Like some things is not always strenuous as well. You have different days, right? You can change things up. You can be versatile in it, right? After my exercise, I've got something else that I'll be doing just to bring me down and just bring me back down to earth. All kinds of different things. Yeah, man. For as many are led by the Spirit of Yahweh, they are the sons of Yahweh, right, man? Yeah, be led by the Spirit. We're the sons of the Spirit. Ignore. Oh, right. He just told me to All right. So we're running out of space. Yeah, we're gonna have to start winding down, running out of space. So, for as many are led by the Spirit of Yahweh, they are the sons of God. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again, to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. Yeah, man. We have received the Spirit. So we've been adopted by Yahweh, because we received the Spirit. We've been adopted. Talking about being born again, renewed in the Spirit. Yeah. So, last one. The Spirit itself beareth witness. We witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. So, yeah, man. You incline yourself to the Spirit, you're going to be living and be born again, adopted in the Spirit, born again. So, yeah, man, we take care of the Spirit. The Spirit caters for the physical. The Spirit caters for the physical. Kala Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah, Kodash. The word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, putting the Spirit on me to do this video. I want to end with this. This one's the last one. Philippians chapters 4 and I'll read 14. I'll read 13. It says, for I can do everything through a Mashiach who gives me strength. Yeah, man. For I can do everything through a Mashiach who gives me strength. Right? That was in the KNLT. Even so, ye have done well to share with me in my present difficulties. So what's it say in the KJV? Right? Philippians chapter 4 and 13. I can do all things through a Mashiach which strengthens me. Through Yahweh Shai, who gives us the strength to do these things. So we look after the Spirit, right? High, aka applying the scriptures. That's where the power is. It caters for the physical. So the spiritual caters for the physical, right? So the word of Yahweh Shai, Kala Yahweh Shai, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Once again, until the next one, we're going to say Shalom.